Do you need headphones in voiceover? That is what we're going to talk about this morning. But first, good morning and happy hashtag I love Mondays. I love Mondays because I get to get back in here and do what I love for a living. So, welcome to the Daily Voiceover Huddle. My name is Mike Hathcote. I'm a professional full-time voiceover talent and voiceover career coach. I had a great weekend. Hope you guys had a great weekend. I had a lot of people over at the house this weekend. My father-in-law was in town from Houston, and we had all the cousins and everybody over pretty much all weekend. And busy weekend, although I also got some work done. I got the audiobook finished for my book, which I'll talk about here in just a sec. And so yeah, don't forget to chime in on the chat so we can do some shout outs here shortly. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can get this content as quickly as possible. Okay, before we get into our headphone discussion, I would like to mention that the book is dead. The book is finished, the audiobook as well. So, as a kind of a launch promotion, we are doing something special. In the description down below, not only can you get the digital version of the book and the audiobook, but also 4 additional gifts, all for $9.95. So what you're gonna get the audiobook, you're gonna get the PDF download of the book, you're gonna get my 5 biggest mistakes that voiceover talent make. You're gonna get 4 tips for a more conversational read. You're gonna get a beginner VO booth setup if you're just brand spanking new and just setting up a new booth. And you're also gonna get my steps for direct email marketing, the exact same steps that I follow and that my assistant does for me now too, for direct email marketing. So you're going to get those in addition to the book stuff. So if you want to check that link down below, $9.95, a bargain at twice the price. Okay. Or I tell you what, if you're old school and you want to get the paperback, it's on Amazon. There's a link in there as well. Okay. Let's get into the topic for today, and that is headphones. Do you need them? And the answer to that question is it depends. So I hate headphones. In fact, these have some dust on them because I never use them. The only time I do use them is when I'm really trying to analyze a piece of audio. You know, you really want to get in there and really hear it the best you can. Or when I'm on a Source Connect session, a directed Source Connect session, you do have to have some sort of headphones so you don't have any kind of bleed through into your microphone. But that is really the only time I use these. I usually just have them hanging right over here on my little hook, and I'll grab them if I need them, but you don't need to have them. And well, let me back it up a little bit. You do need to have them if you do have if you're only listening to your audio from your computer speakers, in other words, like your laptop speakers or desktop speakers or just computer speakers, then you should use headphones unless you have really nice studio quality monitors or speakers. Um, the reason why I don't use headphones is because I have a really nice set of studio monitors that give me the accurate sound that I need. That's the only time you would not need headphones. If you don't have a nice set of monitors, then you do need the headphones because that is going to give you the best representation of what you actually put into the DAW, right? And playback. Now, what kind of headphones? If you're going to use them, you really need to get studio quality headphones, not Beats, not, Bose noise canceling headphones, definitely not wireless headphones. They need to be studio rated headphones that you plug directly into either your computer or your interface. The reason why is that Beats headphones and those kind of, music style headphones are really bass heavy, and you don't wanna get, an inaccurate amount of bass into your headphones, or else you're gonna think, "Well, I need to turn the bass down," and then everything's gonna sound too tinny and thin. But and then the reason why you would not want to use noise canceling headphones is because noise canceling headphones, um, they they enter additional noise to cancel out, or additional sounds, I guess I should say, to cancel out some of that noise. Um, so studio quality, wired, not wireless, because wireless can give, they can actually have, loss of signal. Plug it in, leave them on. Now, the reason why I don't like them is just simply I don't like to hear my own voice in my head or in my ears as I'm speaking. I don't mind listening to my own voice being played back, obviously, that's fine. I better like that or else I'm in the wrong business, right? Um, a lot of people, when they first get started, they don't like hearing their own voice being played back to them, and that's just normal. We're just not used to hearing our own voice that way because of our skull and the way sound resonates through into our ears when we're speaking. So when we first hear our voice played back to us, we're like, "Is that what I sound like?" So you'll get used to that. But I just don't like to have my own voice going into my ears as I'm speaking through headphones. It weirds me out. So I don't need them. I got these nice studio monitors that give me an accurate representation of what I sound like on playback. So I don't need them unless I'm doing a Source Connect session or I'm really trying to analyze a piece of audio. So there you go. It's really whatever you like. But if you're not gonna use headphones, make sure that you have a nice quality set of studio speakers and you're not using just the laptop speakers or some, Dell speakers that came with your desktop. Okay? All right. That's the headphones conversation. All right, let's see who's in today and do some shout outs. There's John in Denver. Happy Monday. John was first in today. And there's Nephi from Knoxville. Jim from Memphis. Rick from Minneapolis. Jason says, "Good morning from Kearney, Nebraska. Ready to listen on my non-studio headphones. Just don't use them in the studio." Jim says, "I don't use them unless I need privacy." Ron says, "Hello from Coast Guard City, USA." And there's JJ from Minnesota. Ethan from Toronto. And there's Emmy Dahl from Phoenix. Mark from Montreal. Sean from Longview. Ali from Pakistan. There's Kirk from Greenville, South Carolina. Callie from Pasco. Sandra from London, Ontario. There's Aaron from Linden, Washington. Jim says, "How much does audiobook work make up in your total production?" I guess you mean I think you mean in my total, like, income? Like, of all the work that I do, how much does audiobook make? 0.10, like, this much, like, almost none, because I just don't like doing audiobooks. Obviously, I needed to do an audiobook for this, so I did. But I do not seek out audiobooks. I've had a few kind of land in my lap through referrals and stuff that, of course, I did because they were good money, but I don't seek them out. I'm just not a big fan of that kind of work, and that's fine. That's just, to each their own. If I mean, there are plenty of people who make big money doing audiobooks only. So whatever floats your boat. But like I said, for me, almost none of my income comes from audiobooks. I'm not sure what that means. Anubis Goddess 23. I don't know. It'd be nice if I knew your name so I could actually call you out, but, I don't know what I descend means. And morning, morning. Morning to you, though. Theo says, "Happy Monday from downtown Chicago." Tim says, "Hello from Altoona." Tracy from Rochester. John says, "Good afternoon, VO fam from ATL. And congrats on the book." Thank you, John. Appreciate it. I'm pretty stoked on it myself. Anubis Goddess also says, headphones are really important so you can hear your recording, especially for big noise or pops. True, but you can also hear them if you have a nice set of studio monitors. Dennis says, "Have I ordered and received your book already? Do I still qualify for the audiobook version?" If you already received Dennis, did you receive the paperback already, this one, or did you receive the audio, the digital version, the PDF? Let me know, and, if you already received the PDF, then what I'll do is I'll just send you the other stuff directly. So, yeah, let me know. Callie says, "Sweet, can't wait to grab the book bundle. Congratulations." Thank you, Callie, I appreciate that. Yeah, it was a labor of love. And I got head down this weekend and I just knocked that audiobook right out. The audiobook is not actually up yet on Amazon, but we didn't have to go through all their hoops and stuff to actually offer it directly. So that's the reason why we're already offering that bundle now. So it will be as soon as they approve it for Amazon, it will be up on Amazon, the audiobook version will, but it's already available through us through the link in the description. All right. Becky says, "Marketing Monday in Michigan, sending out of studio notice emails for my warm leads." That is a great idea. Marketing, as long as you can figure out a way to touch your clients and prospects, not physically touch, but have a way to reach out to them. Out of office emails are great for that because it shows, number one, that you're being professional and letting them know that you're going to be out of town and you're just being proactive. And number two, it's just a way to tell them that, hey, I'm still working, still available if you need me. I actually know people who who have even if they're not going out of town or are not going to be out of the office, they'll just send one out real quick just to kind of have another little touch. So it works. Callie says, oh wait, I'm sorry. Let me go back up. It jumped on me. Geekalicious says, "Good afternoon from the East Coast." Terry says, "Hello from Falston, Maryland. Don't use headphones unless it was necessary." Yep. Same, same. Callie says, "I purchased the Audio Technica ATH M50X Pro monitor headphones. Absolutely love them." Yep. Mine are the Sennheiser HD 280 Pro, and they're great headphones, but I just don't really use them very often. DeCarlo says, "Happy Monday from Las Vegas. Love the book. Excellent reference tool to have going forward. Digested it in 2 hours and even more motivated." Awesome, Carlos. I love to hear that. Love, love, love it. All right. Okay, Dennis says the paperback version. Yeah. So, oh, and ordered it again for the audio version. No problem. I'm sure it's worth it. Well, thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Yeah, and if you want those 4, since you've already done that, um, shoot me an email and I will send you the 4 those 4 things, the 5 biggest mistakes, the beginner setup. Well, you probably don't need the beginner setup. The 4 tips for more conversational read and the email marketing process. I'll just send those to you directly in a PDF. John says, "Had to leave the stream temporarily to buy the book." Well, you can wait until after the stream. It's fine. It'll be in the link will be in the description. But I appreciate it, John. Thank you. Jim says, "When hydrating for VO speaking, is cold water important? Chills me down too much." No, cold water is actually bad for your vocal cords. My water bottle always has just room temperature water in it. Um, Cold water constricts the vocal cords, which is why hot tea and hot beverages are good. But no, cold water is definitely not good for your throat or for your cords. Good question, though. That's the first time anybody's asked that. Wayne says, "What type of headphones do you recommend we don't use?" Well, I mentioned that earlier, but I'll say it again. Wireless headphones, no good. Um, Bose or any of the noise canceling headphones, no good. Any headphones that are made for music, like Beats or anything like that, that are heavy on the bass side of things, also no good. The reason why you want studio headphones is because they will give you the most accurate representation of what is coming out of your DAW without bass heaviness and trebleness and all that kind of stuff. So make sure that when you get them, they are rated for studio. There's lots of good ones out there, and if you just put studio headphones, usually those are gonna be fine. Jim says, "Must have missed the name of the book. Can you repeat it?" It's called The Voiceover Blueprint. There it is, The Voiceover Blueprint. And like I said, there's a link to the paperback version in the description, and then there's also a link to that bundle that we're doing with the audiobook and the PDF. And that, by the way, you get immediately. You don't have to wait for a hard copy to come. So you can immediately log in. Anytime you buy anything through the VoiceOver Blueprint, you're going to get a login to our members area, and whatever you've purchased in that members area will be there. And this one is just called the book bundle. So once you log into the members area, click on book bundle, you'll have all the PDFs there, and then you've got a playable audiobook version, boom, right there at the top. Okie dokie. I kinda liked getting that book over or getting that audiobook done this weekend. That way I can focus this week on just doing my actual VO work. That was just kinda lingering in the background while I was working last week, just saying, "Hurry up and get this thing done," but I was doing regular work, so now that I've got that off my plate, I can focus on my day-to-day work. DeCarlo says, "I use the DT770 Pro, very comfortable and balanced sound." Yes. By the way, comfortability is also very important, if you're gonna be one who uses your headphones a lot, because, I mean, you're gonna have those things on for hours during the day, you're gonna need it to be comfortable. Because 'cause I've had headphones on that were not comfortable. So, make sure that you get a lot of reviews, or here's the cool thing, you can usually go down to, like, if you've got, like, a guitar center in your city, you can go down and actually try them on and just, see which ones fit the best instead of just buying some, off Amazon. Jim says, "When VO exhausts me, marketing, I do housework or go read." That's a good idea, and I always suggest that people take lots of breaks, especially those of you who are doing audiobooks. That's one of the reasons why I don't like audiobooks, is because of, it's just a long stretch. You're just doing a lot of reading and it just takes forever. So I take a lot of breaks when I can. To be honest, I could probably get better at that. But, yes, get up, walk around, even if it's just for 5 minutes. Walk around, go get a drink, go to the bathroom, what do you gotta do? Walk around, come back, sit down. You'll be much more refreshed and ready to rock. So, yes, take mini breaks. All right, guys. Another shameless pitch for the book, link in the description. You get the audiobook, you get the digital download, you get the 4 different, one-sheet pages on the, 5 biggest mistakes voice talent make, the, beginner VO setup, the 4 tips for a more conversational read, which, conversational is king right now, and then, of course, the 5 or I'm sorry, my steps for the, email marketing that myself and my assistant both do for my day in and day out. All right? I'll see you back here tomorrow, and, we'll talk about some more VO stuff. How about that? All right? Talk to you soon. Break a lip.